Greetings fellow dancers. In this video I'm going to share with you another drill for your arm wave training. It is called the Wave Levels Drill. Let me first start by sharing that this drill was passed down to me from a legendary street dance OG teacher known as Tabo-san. I like to call him Tabo-san because he's from Japan. But Tabo is an incredible pioneer and teacher of the animation dance styles and popping/pop lock dance styles. And he is responsible for training many of LA's best animation style dancers. And he helped train me back in the day as well. So big shout out to Tabo. He is an incredible teacher and we have so much to thank him for all the teaching he's given us. All right, so this drill helps develop your ability to wave at different levels. Okay, so we have lower levels, higher levels, right? Coming into forward planes and back planes, or even diagonal levels. We want to make sure that we are being dynamic with how we are waving in different levels and planes. Most beginners often tend to just stay at the same level when they do their waves, which is basically standing. And they do their waves and they turn around and they maybe do a body wave and they never get out of this position. But if you look at more advanced waving dancers, you will notice that they love to change it up. They love to go down all the way and still do some waves here. Maybe they're reaching out at a different diagonal, or maybe they're coming forward and they're going back, and they're just really, of course, exploring the space and the dimensions. But it's really good to train your levels in your waves to help you have much more range in your movement. So to begin the drill, we of course go to tabletop position. This will be our starting point, and we can call this our neutral level or the middle level. Now we want to train our lower level. So to go from the medium level to the lower level, you want to go from here, waving down, and as you come to the core, you lower the body, and then the rest of the arm meets into the lower tabletop position. So I will go that into deeper explanation. To go to the lower level, we start with the fingers and they're going to go down to this level. Boom. And I like to think of it as a little sticky, like a sticky texture, like I'm sticking into that level, that plane. So it sticks like, and then the wrist sticks, and then the elbow, and then shoulder. And then once it gets from the shoulder and then the chest and shoulder, those are the areas we want to pay attention to, because that's when we are actually shifting our knee position as well and where our height is. Okay, so I'm lowering down, I'm getting into more of a squat once I hit those kung, kung, kung positions, once I hit those points in my core area. Okay, so let's go again from here. We go waving down, click, stick, elbow, shoulder, shift, chest, shift weight, shoom, shoulder, shift down, boom, and then elbow joins, shoom, wrist, shoom, and then back, boom, fingers. Okay, oops, let me fix that position a bit more. Okay, let's try it again, but from this way. We're going to go down, stick, 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 shoulder, chest, shoulder, elbow, wrist, down, boom. Okay. Try that again. Let's go a little smoother from this position here. We go wave down, click, wrist, elbow, shoulder, chest, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers. Okay, come back up again to the other side. Down, wrist, elbow, shoulder, chest, shoulder, elbow, wrist, down, click. All right. Now you want to train how to go up a level, and we can do that from the lower level into the medium level. Okay, so we come down into a squat here. Starting from the right hand, we can go up, wrist, elbow, shoulder, lift up, chest, raise up, shoulder, elbow, wrist, knuckles, fingers. Okay, so practicing coming up and coming down is a key for this drill. And I just gave you a little preview of the next level, which is the higher level. So if we're in medium level, then we want to be able to stick up to the higher level And we want to come on our tippy toes when we get to there, okay? Because that'll help us increase our height. So we start here. Wave up, wrist, elbow. Now that I'm at my shoulder, that's when I lift one heel, chest, both heels, elbow, wrist, knuckles, fingers out. And then a wave down, fingers, wrist, elbow, shoulder, chest, lowering down, shoulder, elbow, wrist, knuckles, fingers, boom. Now let's go up to a higher level from this side. Fingers, wrist, knuckle, shoulder, chest, shoulder, elbow, wrist, knuckles, fingers, and then go down. Fingers, wrist, elbow, shoulder, click, chest, shoulder, elbow, wrist, knuckles, fingers, down. All right. So those are the first 3 levels in this drill you want to train. The next levels are going to be forward level, back level, and then of course diagonal, just to hit those as well. So how we do the forward level is we're here at neutral. Now we want to be able to wave and stick into the forward plane and bring the rest of the arms together into it. This wave requires a different style of waving because most of the time when we wave, it's more of an up and down motion. But to wave into the next plane, we use more of a horizontal wave. I like to call it the sidewinder wave. It's much different, but it's still similar concept with the waving idea. And what I'm doing is doing my best to wave with the wrists leading and fingers leading, kind of like a snake. This is really great for the snaking styles. So if you can do that one, you want to use that for this drill here. So we have here, I'm going to come back to neutral here. We wave forward, click, wrist, click. You can't really bend the elbow, so that's just going to kind of bleed right into the shoulder. But when the shoulder comes, that's when I step with my right foot. Boom. Okay. Now this arm is in that front plane, but this is in the back plane still. I'm like halfway through the planes here. But when I come to my chest, shook, my hip comes forward, and then the last shoulder, boom, and my foot is there. And then try to keep that other arm back there still because it's going to come forward now. Elbow and wrist, fingers and click. Right? So let's try that again on the other side. Here in neutral, waving forward from the left. Wave, elbow, shoulder, chest, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers, boom. And the next would be waving to the back plane. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to still use the sidewinder wave. We're just going to go back this way, back, 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 back. So actually I'll go this way so you can see it better here. And then we'll go wave, wave, shoulder, chest, shoulder, elbow, wrist, boom. Going forward, just to show you this from this side, would be wave forward, elbow, shoulder step, chest, shoulder step, elbow, wrist, out. Bring it back. Wave, elbow, chest step, back, boom, into position. Hope that makes sense. And we're almost there to the end. Okay? So now that you have the forward plane and the back plane, let's train that back plane a little bit more starting from neutral. We went forward, boom, stepping forward, shunk. Then you go back to the neutral middle plane, and then we go back one more time to the back plane. Boom. And then wave back forward to the middle plane. Boom. All right, and the last level is diagonal. And that would just simply be tilting at a diagonal. Waving up to the corner. Here, this corner. And there's also 3-dimensional diagonals, which would be waving up that way and down this way, or vice versa. Down, wave up there. All right? So we have these diagonals. We have forward, back, high, and low, and medium. Let's run it through all together. I'm going to run through all the levels together so you can drill it with me and you can see how you can sequence it as a drill for yourself. So we start from the beginning. 5, 6, 7, 8 tabletop. Wave in neutral once. boom, wave and neutral back just to establish it. Okay, lower level, go. Down, zoom, 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 boom, up to middle, boom, 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 boom. Higher level, go. Up, boom, 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 boom. Level down, boom, 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 boom. Forward plane, go. Boom, 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 boom. Back, middle, boom, 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 boom. Back plane to the all the way back, boom, 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 boom. Forward, middle, boom, 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 boom. Diagonal up, boom, zoom, boom. Diagonal other way, zoom, zoom, boom. Diagonal front plane, boom, zoom, boom. Diagonal other way, boom, zoom, boom. All right. And that, my friends, are all the levels you can train in the wave level drill. So try that out, explore it, practice it, and see what comes through. And then when you're ready, you can apply it to your freestyle. Now in freestyle, I would recommend just having that idea of, I'm gonna approach my levels differently this time. And here's an example of how you can go about it. Let's say we'll just start in neutral medium level first. We'll just throw some waves around, some arm waves, some trace waves, maybe throw in a body wave in there. And then I'll say, okay, go lower level, go. And I'm gonna try to stay lower for a little bit. And then I'll say, okay, upper level, go. And I'll go up. And I'll be on my tippy toes. And then I'll be medium level, go. And then I'll say, okay, now we'll go forward plane, go. Back plane, go. Forward diagonal, go. Turn around. And there you have it. Just a quick little demonstration of a simple freestyle, playing with the different levels in your waves. And this will help you be much more dynamic, much more exploratory, and more beautiful in all of the waves that you do. All right, that about wraps it up for this drill. I wish you peace, happy dance training.